potently traditional as raising the adhan and reciting the last khutbah of the Prophet ﷺ, which is as, you can say, as extreme, as fundamental, traditional as you can possibly get. So what does this tell us? It gives us an opportunity to reflect on, well, how did you pull this off? What were the best practices that you put into motion to make this thing happen? And of course, you cannot ignore the barakah coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make that happen. So I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things right now. We've got about 4 minutes before adhan comes in. And I'm going to use this 4 minutes very strategically to do the most important thing. Because this event will happen and it'll finish. I'll come and I'll leave, right? What is left are the photos. What is left is whatever impression is made on your heart and on your minds. And what is going to be left is whether we are connected or not. So most of the time, in traditional academics and in lecture halls such as these, people are encouraged to put their phones away and to give their undivided attention to the speaker. Well, I'm going to ask you to do the exact opposite of that, right? I want you to take out your phones. Everybody right now take out your phones, okay? Go ahead and do it. Somebody take out a scrap sheet of paper, anybody, right? And start to put a formatted sheet together. First name, last name, email address, phone number. All right, go ahead and do that. That needs to circulate so we can get connected. We can add you to an email list. I know this is a little ghetto, but that's all right. We're in an intimate gathering right now, and we're trying to do things that are going to make sense for all of us. And again, connecting you guys is important. Yes?
Can you repeat that?
Okay, so you want to take out your phones, right? And raise your hand if you're the person putting the sheet of piece of paper together, okay?
I got it.
All right. So your responsibility is that nobody, because people come, people go, nobody walks away from here unless two things happen. That sheet is filled out by every single person who's here, and we want to make sure that you guys get connected on social media. If you have your phones out, raise your hand. Okay? That's everybody. Good. How many people are on, let's start with this Instagram. Raise your hand. Young people. Yeah, that's okay. All right, put your hands down. How many people on Twitter? Okay. And how many people on Facebook? Okay. That's about as far as I go. I don't mess with Snapchat and things like that. Is that on there? No. Okay. So what we need to do right now is, for those of you who are on Instagram, right now get connected. Look me up, Jamil Sayed. My name is right over here. Okay. My handle on both Twitter and Instagram is The Mu'adhin, right? So the printer's messed up and put my stuff all the way down there. But alhamdulillah, I don't consider it to be messed up because that gave more name to the more room to the Prophet ﷺ. Alhamdulillah, everything happens for a reason. So look, we can't move forward, and we only got about 3 minutes. I'm looking at the time right now to get you guys connected. So once you guys are connected on Twitter and Instagram, raise your hand. Okay, one person out of the room. 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. Okay. I need to know. And then Facebook, all right? Go ahead and, I've got two accounts. One is the 17,000 plus people which are on there. That's my public figure account, right? And I've got my personal account. That's Jamil A. Sayed. I love that profile picture. I just took that like maybe last month. That's me and Babul Umar Farooq radiyallahu ta'ala anhum, the door of Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhum in Masjid al-Nabawi with my hand on the seal of the Prophet ﷺ, right? So if you see that one, that's my personal account. You may or may not be able to send a friend request because of my limit. And if you aren't able to do that, then just send me a note, through my public figure account, and I'll send you a friend request, inshallah. Okay? Let me know when that happens. We had this amazing meeting earlier today at IAA, Islamic Academy of Alabama, right? And the hosts were very, very gracious. They brought all of their kids out. The entire school was there. Boys on one side, girls on the other side, divided in the middle. And they had questions galore, left and right, and they were very intelligent questions. The tragedy would be if we are not able to go ahead and formulate those type of questions in the higher level institutions. So I need you to think about this. Not questions as it relates to it or as it pertains to my trip across the United States. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions, but that's what tomorrow night is for. Tomorrow I will be giving the khutbah, so please make a note of this, both khutbahs at the Hoover Masjid. So the first khutbah, the second khutbah, and then my main presentation, which is called the 50 Mosque Man presentation, will be in the evening after Salatul Maghrib. Is that right, Brother Shafaq? After Salatul Maghrib, right?
Before Salatul Maghrib, I think 6 or 6:30 there will be just a youth session for
Right.
both boys and girls with Brother Rashid there.
That's right. And please, the sisters, Brother Shafaq and I were talking about this. I want to make sure that you guys get ample opportunity to interact and to engage. It shouldn't be an issue, but varies from community to community, and things along those lines. So you got to think about the questions that you want to ask today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing? Alhamdulillah. Shو akhbarak? ما اسمك؟ آدم ما شاء الله. منين أنت؟
فلسطين.
والله ما شاء الله. بارك الله فيك. Alhamdulillah. So these are the different things that I want you to think about today, because this is critical for you. This is mission critical for the MSA student body at Birmingham, at Alabama, right? University of Alabama. If you guys aren't here on campus formulating this organization to engage the people outside of the Islamic faith effectively, then what's the point of having your organization, right? Now, it is true that you want to have an area for networking, to get to know one another, to have social activities, and to be able to reinforce your identity as American Muslims. But it is critical that while you're here and you have an opportunity in this fertile soil, this forum, to engage people in dialogue where people are here to learn and grow and experiment, if you don't use that opportunity, I can guarantee you that opportunity is going to be very difficult to come by later on in life. Because later on in life, you have to create those opportunities. You see all these people that you are with right now, here's what happens. You get out of here, you go to grad school. As soon as that happens, you lose this circle, right? Then you get a job somewhere. Then you get married. You might have to move, right? Now you're confined towards your home, your job. Your home, your job, and you're trying to find another space to be able to meet people and things like that. And there's no space that compares to the collegiate space that we have here, okay? So I need you to think about the questions that you may have as it pertains to engaging non-Muslims, and talk about scenarios that have worked or talk about scenarios that have failed, okay? So this is what the expectation is. We're past 7:15, and so let's make the adhan, inshallah. Let's pray salah, right? Come back over here. How many people are now connected in one form or another on social media to myself? Raise your hand high so I can see. Okay, we just got a couple more people. Okay, mostly everybody is. Okay, again, for those people who walked in a little bit late, if you're on Facebook, Instagram, well, on Instagram or Twitter, my handle is the Mu'adhin. My name is Jamil Sayyid here somewhere. That's what that is. And then the Mu'adhin again is what you want to do. And then I'm on Facebook too. Get connected. Let's make the adhan. Let's pray. And hopefully by that time we can get this thing online. If we don't get this thing online, again, we'll improvise as well, inshallah. So which way is the Qibla? You guys are here all the time.